If I'm now, okay, this all makes sense. I found a property, I like this property. I'm going to make $14,000 a month on it. Feel like this is going to probably cover the SCR ratio, just high level looking at it. But I'm intrigued. What are the things that I need to look for when I'm actually looking for the right lender to partner with for the first time? Like, what are some considerations that investors like myself should consider when weighing their financing options on who they work with, besides if they can provide a loan?
Yeah, so I think you want to, talk to many, but when you're talking to these lenders, you want to ask them specifically, how many investment property loans have you originated and closed in the last 90 days? Right. And these loans have nuance to them. These investor loans certainly have nuance to them. And there's not a massive amount of people that are well versed in it. And what we've seen from an industry perspective, as refis went away and as production dropped for the everyday loan officer, they've had to pivot and find a way to try and make up that production. And so right now in the lending space, the investor loans, there's a market there. So we've seen a massive amount of people swing their focus in their business, going from a refi type loan officer into an investor purchase transaction type loan officer. And there's going to be a learning curve there. So ask them, how many investor loans have they originated and closed in the last 90 days? Hopefully that number, over the last 90 days is north of 15, right? You want to hope that they're getting those type of reps, which would be a good indication that they know what they're doing. And then you want to clearly understand the cost of their service. I see a lot of people that will come to us and they're shopping us as a lending partner, and they're saying, well, I got this quote from this lender, and I'm said, great, send it over. We're all about competing. And then they'll forward me an email that they have from some loan officer that has it all typed up in the body of an email. That's very inefficient in the sense, like, there's no APR, right? And then if you're going to look at one metric for the cost of that loan, look at it on an estimate that includes the APR, right? And then typically you're not going to see that in the body of an email, right, from some loan officer. So understand the cost of your terms, discuss those and shop those, right? And then just make sure when and just forward it to the other investor, get to the best terms and say, can you compete or not? So I think that's a good way to shop your mortgages. And then program options. When talking to that person, if they're only talking about one product, and they're pushing you that direction and not really asking you the right questions, you might end up in the wrong loan, right? And what I mean by that is, you might come in and I talk to you and you have all the intentions of learning more about a DSCR loan, but throughout our conversation, because I'm asking the right questions and getting to understand your situation, right, from an income perspective, an asset perspective, a credit perspective, and your goals as an investor, right? And being able to understand those goals as a STR operator myself, I might say, hey, look, I know we've talked about DSCR, but let's talk a little bit about the bank statement loan and why I think that makes more sense for you, right? So working with a lender that has, more than, just one loan program offering for investors is going to be important.